Thank you. You may now be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to our parents, our grandparents, our relatives, our family members, our friends, staff members in the audience, as well as those unable to join us in today's celebration. It is now my pleasure to once again kick off this year's afternoon graduation ceremony. To the class of 2026, whether or not you remember this, but you guys were all fifth graders the year I began my tenure at West Lyon. And soon you'll be headed out these doors for the last time as students at West Lyon, and I will as well as your superintendent. You've been a class that I personally enjoyed witnessing you grow, mature, participate, and become students that we all really especially enjoy. You've accomplished so much in these past 4 years, but you have many more exciting trails ahead of you. Many of you know where you're headed next year, but some of you are still making plans, and that's all right. You've still got plenty of time to do that. Whether or not you realize it, but here in a little bit, you'll become Wildcat alumni. I'm going to borrow a few lyrics from a Nickelback song that I really enjoy, If Today Was Your Last Day. My best friend gave me the best advice. He said, each day's a gift and not a given right. Leave no stone unturned, leave your fears behind, and try to take the path less traveled, that the first step is the longest stride. The reason I chose this particular lyric is it distinctly identifies this class. We've got a lot of talent sitting in front of us right now. Not very many classes can say they won 2 consecutive state football titles in a row. This class can. Challenge is up for next year's juniors. They'll be senior to see if we can set a record by 3 individual state championships. Life has thrown many challenges this class's way. They've been through construction, they've been through COVID, and they're still here in front of us today. There are still many things out there for this class to experience, but don't ever be afraid to ask for help when needed. As you leave this building today, you will take with you some of the most important skills that you've learned from the various classes and experiences here at West Lyon. You've learned what it takes to be determined, why promptness is important. Last couple of years, you've experienced why you need to leave your cell phone in the pockets. Right, Jack? How to sacrifice and how to commit to a goal. You've also learned what it feels like to fail, but to get back up and start again. You've also learned how to be a good listener, whether that's with your teachers, your parents, your grandparents, or simply your relatives. But possibly the most important skill you've learned is you've learned how to learn. I wish you all the best and continue to work hard at achieving your future goals. Thank you for being a great class and congratulations on your accomplishments. It is now my honor to recognize the recipients of our Leslie and Louise Gertwald Elementary and Secondary Teacher of the Year Awards. Our first recipient is an elementary teacher that we are honoring this year. This person was hired in the summer months a few years back, and generally, if you know anything about education, you're usually left with the bottom of the bucket. Well, we were pretty honored to have this person apply for a position with our district. Our honoree is very deserving of this honor, not only as a teacher in our elementary school, but also because of the little things she brings to our students. I didn't know this until about 2 weeks ago. She's the teacher that little students go to if they have a loose tooth. Did not know that. So she helps them get that tooth out and save it for the tooth fairy. Those are under those other duties as assigned, and I think we all know about those. Without further ado, it is now my honor to recognize this year's Leslie and Louise Gertwald Elementary Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sherry Albertson.
Crazy. I always tease that I don't co-payments or anything, it's no charge, so. Being named this is truly an honor. And I really am happy to accept this recognition. As an elementary art teacher, I've had the privilege of seeing the world through the eyes of children every single day. In art class, we paint, sculpt, create, laugh, problem solve, and sometimes make a really big mess. But through all of it, students learn confidence, creativity, and how to express themselves in ways words sometimes cannot. One of my favorite quotes is from Vincent van Gogh. My students would know that that is my favorite artist. If you hear a voice within you say, "You cannot paint," by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. You can fill in the blank for paint with anything you want. If your inner voice is saying, "No, you can't do that," do it. If it's positive. Okay. I love this quote because it reminds me that art is not about perfection. It's about courage, trying something new and believing in yourself. These are lessons I hope every child carries along after they leave my classroom. So I wanted to bring up, just not too long ago, actually a couple weeks ago, I had a student tell me, say something to me that touched me. There's one project that I like to do every year, and I'm really always super excited about it. I'm always animated, and ooh, I really love this. And then this particular student said, "That's because you love your job." And I was like, I do love my job. And coming from the student that it did come from, it really touched my heart. In the art room, there are messes and spills, crooked lines, broken crayons, projects that don't go as planned, and I've had a few. But I could not finish this speech or do anything about this speech without quoting Bob Ross. We don't make mistakes. We just make happy little accidents. And I'm sure some of you know who Bob Ross is. Okay. This philosophy is something I like to teach my children every day, not only in art, but in life. Mistakes are part of learning. And sometimes the unexpected turns into something beautiful. I would like to thank my coworkers here at Westline, the graders, but I especially want to thank Tina Johnson. She was my sidekick, my go-to person, and someone I could not do my job without. Tina, thank you for being there through the chaos, the creativity, and craziness that comes with an elementary art room. And I'd also like to publicly apologize for having to share a storage space with you. To my family, thank you for supporting me. This has been my 28th year of teaching, 6 here at West Lyon, but I especially want to thank my husband for every time I come home and I'm sitting on the couch and he comes from work, and the next thing he knows, he sees me doing this. As the years go by, I get more that these kids are wearing me out. These kids are wearing me out. And also for my daughter and my son who have mentioned to me, "Mom, I hate it that you're a teacher. Because you don't have any patience for us after you have kids all day." And I'm like, ooh, that's right. And I think every teacher can relate to that, and every teacher's child can relate to that. I would also like to say something to the graduating seniors. I did not have the privilege of having you in my art room in elementary school, but I still want to wish you the very best to begin the next chapter of your lives. Graduation is such an exciting milestone, and I hope everybody moves forward with confidence, kindness, creativity, and courage. So as you leave West Lyon, I hope you continue to dream big, work hard, stay true to yourselves, and never stop finding joy in the little things around you. Congratulations, seniors. Your future is a blank canvas. And I cannot wait, and we cannot wait to see what you create with it. Again, thank you for this incredible honor and allowing me to spend the past 6 years at West Lyon doing what I love. Thank you.
Our next award is for our secondary staff member. This individual came to us 2 years ago in secondary math. She replaced kind of a legend here at Westline in our upper level math department. I would say, stole her from Canton, South Dakota. But she's a Cornhusker at heart, and everybody in the audience that knows me, I'm a huge Nebraska Cornhusker fan, so that was really the essential reason why we hired this young lady. But other than that, she's a great math teacher. I've had students come up to me all along and tell me that they have to work hard in class, but they know that she cares for them, each and every one of them. She makes algebra fun, one of them said, and she models problem-solving methods necessary to become more proficient in advanced math skills. All of our students feel they can go to her before, after, and during school for additional help because she cares. It is now my honor to recognize Leslie and Louise Growell Secondary Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Michelle Kipley.
Well, I would like to start by thanking the Westline School District for honoring me with a Teacher of the Year award. It's been such a blessing to work in the same building that both my children, Kylie and Tatum, and my husband are all in. My husband, Randy. He's been such a rock for me this year with all the challenges of being a mother, a teacher, a coach, and a grad school student have provided. My family has been a constant source of support for me, and I wouldn't be here where I am without them. Education has been my passion for as long as I can remember. It's difficult to find the words that accurately portray my love for education, so here is my best attempt. I grew up in a single income family of 5 kids, one of which has special needs. My younger brother Robert is mentally handicapped, and he is one of a kind. He's my favorite sibling, but don't tell the others. My education in Carver Public Schools provided me with friendships that lasted 30 years and beyond, a love for learning and diversity of ideas, a work ethic that doesn't quit, and the importance of finding how to get along with others. You kind of have to get along with people that you don't necessarily agree with all the time when there's only 25 kids in your class. It also gave me the passion for my career. I had phenomenal teachers at Callaway, teachers who loved me and advocated for me every chance they got. I had one math teacher from the time I was in 7th grade until I was a 12th grader, Mr. Ellis. He's the one that inspired me to choose this career. He was funny and he never failed to challenge me and encourage me. Because of him, I knew that I wanted to help others see the beauty in education, and specifically math. The hard work that I put into academics and athletics in high school paid off when I was able to go to the University of Sioux Falls to major in mathematics and education, and I also ran track. The education I received there provided me with exposure to lots of diversity that a small Nebraska town just simply could not. It brought even more wonderful friendships and people from all walks of life. It opened my eyes to how much gray there is in a world where people want so desperately for things to be black and white. The opportunities to work in large public schools that were provided at USF were so valuable in shaping how I strive to run my classroom today. A classroom where math is taught with passion and excitement, even when it's not everyone's favorite subject. A classroom where all my students get to feel appreciated and celebrated, and a teacher that cares more about who they are as humans than whether they know the quadratic formula without looking it up. When I came to Westline 3 years ago, I remember feeling very anxious. And I was so worried as I was going to be in school for 8 days and then go on maternity leave for 6 weeks. However, that quickly melted away, and thanks to many of you, Westline became my home. I truly love this town. I love educating your children. I love working with passionate souls like my coworkers. So parents, thank you so much for sharing your children with us here at West Lyon. Students, thank you for bringing us joy and maybe a few gray hairs along the way. And coworkers, thank you for always collaborating with me and supporting me. So graduates, I will leave you with this. Congratulations, you made it. Education is a gift. Use it well. Find your passion and the joy that comes with discovering it. And as always, I hope you have the best day. Please be nice to people. This is Quickly Out.
Our next award is an award we created a few years back in honor in support of the supporting staff here at West Lyon, and is properly named the West Lyon Support Staff Member of the Year. This year, recipient does the little things that go unnoticed, probably by many of her students, but they don't go unnoticed by a lot of our adults in our building. She's able to help out at a moment's notice. She's had her substitute teaching license for quite a while. So if we know that we need help, we know who to turn to, because she's generally available, and I don't know that she knows the word no. One of her students said, "Where do I begin?" She's always willing to help us out whenever she's able, and she always does it with a smile on her face. One of our staff members mentioned she's always one of the ones that seems to show up every day on time or beforehand, and always leaves after the last student leaves. Some of the students she works with said she's always willing to help them with their homework, even though they may not like that particular class that they're dealing with. This year's honoree continues to make a huge difference in our school and goes above and beyond the call of duty. Without further ado, I want to welcome our West Lyon Support Staff Member of the Year, Ms. Carrie Trinan, to the stage.
I'm already crying, sorry. Speech kids, I got my speech with a black paper, and I'm wearing my speech ring. But good afternoon, everyone. I am very honored and blessed to receive this award because there are so many deserving staff members here at West Lyon. I am so proud to be a part of Wildcat family and to work alongside such amazing people every day. One of the greatest blessings of this job is that it never truly feels like work. Each role I have brings something different to my gaze. I have the opportunity to do so many things that keep me busy, engaged, and fulfilled. This year has flown by because I truly enjoy what I do and the people I work with. More than anything, I hope that through my work and support, I am making a difference in someone's life. Whether it's helping a student, encouraging a coworker, or simply being there when someone needs support. Those moments are what make this job so meaningful to me. It is so rewarding to see a student succeed who in the past struggled. And just recently, I had a student who told me, they're like, this is the first time anyone has cared how well I'm doing. And I'm actually getting good grades now. And they're like, I'm proud of myself. So hearing that time and time again is just amazing. Class of 2026, it has been an honor to watch you learn, grow, and succeed. I will miss all that you have brought to West Lyon and seeing your smiles, and all the greetings that you give me in the hallway. Congratulations, seniors. I wish you all success. And thank you, everyone, for all of your support and this honor. Go Wildcats.
Our final award today is the Dwayne Roger Grotwald Silent Server Award. Goes to an outstanding individual that does whatever is needed to help out around the building. This year's honoree is someone many of you probably know, but is someone that doesn't like to toot her own horn. I've personally gotten to know this individual the past couple of years, not only through the windows of my office, but also somebody that's willing to step in whenever it's necessary to help out and complete a task. If I could have shown you a picture of our courtyard simply 2 years ago, you would have thought, what the heck happened out there? It was an outgrown by trees, weeds, flowers, grass. If you look at it today, it's unbelievable. Without any questions whatsoever, our honoree for Silent Serve of the Year goes to Miss Brenda Knobloch.
This honor of being selected as a silent server. I accept the award on behalf of all the students who learned while they labored out in the school courtyard to turn it into an amazing school garden / outdoor classroom. It really is just my reasonable service to make a place better than what I found it. However, the recognition tonight does feel good. Thank you. So in 1966, West Lyon Community School was brand new, and I was a kindergartner in Mrs. Peterson's classroom, which was directly across from the courtyard. It had some lawn in it and some white rock around the edges. And I always wondered, why can't we go out there? What's this space for? And the years went by, and I was in high school, and I was the first female to take agriculture and FFA and be an FFA. And I feel strongly about the agriculture program here at West Lyon because it was through that program that I found my career path in horticulture. I was crazy about plants then, and I'm still crazy about plants. And it was great. Learning and getting involved in FFA. So then, went to college, and I moved out to Oregon, and I was out there for 36 years. And I was doing landscape design work, and in 2010, the recession hit, and I lost my job. And you might think that sounds bad, and it was at first, but a couple months later, I had the opportunity, and I was hired as a school garden educator. I got my certification in it, and I did before and after school programs, and I took kids on field trips, and I did summer programs, and I got paid for it. It was an amazing job. And so I became very passionate about students being in nature and how they could learn, because I've seen amazing things happen. My grant was for getting more vegetables in kids' tummies, but the biggest thing that happened in the school garden was behaviors changed in students. When they could do hands-on lessons and they could be in nature, their behaviors just calmed down. Teachers couldn't believe what a tool it was to be able to be out in the garden. So I moved home 2 years ago, December of 23. It was a little bit early to take my retirement, so I'm like, I gotta keep busy, I'm gonna go nuts. So I went to the school and I talked to Tim Snyder's, he gave me a tour, and he took me around and gave me he hired me as a para substitute, and I started being in the school. And when you've been gone for 36 years, you have to learn everybody over again. And so I got a wonderful Wildcat welcome. It was amazing. got to know the students, kids, and I want to thank Jill Meyer for inviting me into the second grade classrooms to do plant science unit. It was really fun, and every year I go in and help out with those lessons. And Jill introduced me to Sean Freeman, who Sean happened to work with my brother Neil many years ago in Kelowna, Iowa. So it was great to connect, and I shared with him my vision for the courtyard. Because when I was out in Oregon and doing the school garden thing, I kept thinking about that West Lyon courtyard that just had kind of weeds and grass in it, and a few trees. It was a totally underutilized space. I thought someday I want to go back and do that. So I was back here, and I shared that vision with Sean, and he said, come up with a plan and give me a price. And then the fall of 2024, there were some mums that appeared in the courtyard. And I thought, who put the mums out there? Because somebody else cares about this space. Well, I found out that it was Mr. Jeff Fogarty, the PE teacher for the elementary. And he said, Brenda, it is ugly out there. We need to do something about it. I said, yes, we do. And he got behind it, started talking to other teachers and got them excited. And then we went to Sean and we talked to him about it. So I came up with a conceptual plan of how the space could be developed and a price estimate. And a couple weeks later, Sean sees me in the hallway with a thumbs up and he said, we got approval to be able to put in the school garden. So we took this kind of over a period of a year because I wanted to build excitement around the project. This isn't Brenda's garden. This is the West Lyon Community School Garden, and we want teachers and students, staff, community members to get involved in this. And so the trees came out in the spring of 2025, and I think all of the high school kids got involved with their PE class called the Branches through the hallway and cleaned up the mess. And then we started construction in the fall of 2025. So for 6 weeks, we went at it and we started, we brought in, I think it was 17 tons of material. And all of this had to come in wheelbarrows because you can't get equipment in there. That's a whole lot of pounds of stuff. And these students were there helping, especially the agriculture classes. We tied what we were doing with the installation directly to their classroom lessons, and we were getting hands-on experience. I would like to have the students that have been involved in the garden project stand up. If you haul tree limbs out, if you've been in there hauling rocks, if you've been, come on, guys. So we got the classes involved a lot. We also needed some help from the community. I want to give a shout out to Curtis Stoneworth and DRG for bringing water into the courtyard. There was no water in there. So he volunteered and he brought the water in. Ross Mogler donated a ton of flagstone and made it beautiful, so we could make a beautiful pathway. Thanks to him. I need to give a special shout out and a big thank you to my family, my brother Myron, and my nephews at Knobloch's Greenhouse, who let me take time off of work to go volunteer. They love me take. We donated plenty of plants, mulch, use of equipment. They've been my cheerleaders, my whole family has. And thank you to NABLA. I should say we started out with the FFA project when I was in ag. We had a little 7 by 16 foot greenhouse. That was my FFA project with my brother Myron. And after we had our first crop, the greenhouse got destroyed by strong winds and it blew it flat. And I said, Myron, what are we going to do? He said, we're going to rebuild and we're going to put it on a better foundation. And I think you folks all know what Nautilus Greenhouse is today. And I tell the students that story because you don't want to give up. When things go wrong, you just pick up and you keep trying. So, I know there's a lot of other people I could probably thank. I just want to thank the West Lyon community, the teachers, the staff here, the administration for believing in me and allowing me to pursue my passion and create a space. The teachers have been, and the food service people, I mean, everybody's been so welcoming and it's been a huge help in allowing me to feel at home back here in Iowa. So, to the seniors, thank you for the work you put in the garden and leaving a legacy for the students that are coming behind you. And I have 3 things for you to remember. 1, don't give up when the going gets hard. Like when the greenhouse got toppled, when my job got taken away. Better things came out of it. I just pursued. 2nd, believe in your dreams, believe in your vision. Because believe in your vision, even if it takes 59 years till you see it happen. I gardened from kindergarten till now. And then, thirdly, always make the world a little better, more beautiful than how you found it. God bless you and grow on.
One last time, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these honorees a round of applause. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Mrs. Gerber, and I serve our students 7th through 12th grade as the school counselor. At this time, I would like to recognize and honor the students of the class of 2026 who have excelled academically. The first group we will honor are the Gold Cord recipients. Will these 7 individuals please stand and move to the stage? As these individuals are coming forward, I would like to invite you to take a look at the insert in your program. You can see there the students in this graduating class who have received various academic, FFA, fine arts, and athletic scholarships and awards. Many of the scholarships and awards that are listed here were awarded on Friday, May 8th at our Senior Awards Night. And now, the Gold Cord Award. The Gold Cord is the most prestigious award. To become a Gold Cord recipient, students must establish an academic standard of excellence by graduating in the top 10% of their class. As I read their names, Mr. Ranking will give them their Gold Cord. The Gold Cord Award recipients are Leah Blauette, Peter Carolyn, Marie Gerber, Abby Nava, Kayla Nava, Emerson Menschler, Cody Sanders. Let's give him a round of applause. As they're making their way back, the second group of individuals I would like to recognize are senior members of the National Honor Society. These individuals have not only maintained high academic achievements, but have also demonstrated the highest standards in character, leadership, and service to others. As I read their names, I would ask that their parents stand with them to be recognized. This year's senior National Honor Society members are Ryan Bonson, Caitlin Berenscott, Leah Blauette, Emerson Brands, Cooper Carolyn, Evan Erpenbach, Braden Faber, Murray Gerber, Alyssa Hugestrat, Abby Knobloch, Kayla Knobloch, Meg Lapka, Erica Nindring, Ellie Metzger, Carter Metzger, Ben Meyer, Emerson Rentschler, Peter Renz, Cody Snyders, Sam Underberg, and Savannah Van Meek. Let's give them a round of applause.
It is a privilege of mine to present to one senior the Iowa State Bar Association Citizenship Award. This award is presented annually to a senior in every high school in the state of Iowa. The recipient is to have exemplified patriotic spirit with strong religious and moral convictions, living and professing the qualities of honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and citizenship. The honoree is selected by the West Lyon High School faculty and is considered the highest honor given to a member of the senior class. This year's recipient of the Iowa State Bar Association Citizenship Award is Ben Meyer. Recipient. So congratulations, Ben. At this time, we'll have senior vocal head join the choir for their piece. At this time, graduate speakers, please come to the stage. Today, we have the extraordinary honor of celebrating not just one, but 5 exceptional students who have earned the distinction of graduating with a perfect 4.0. These individuals have exemplified academic excellence, resilience, and leadership throughout their high school journey. Each of them brings a unique voice, a powerful story, and a shared commitment to excellence. Emerson Rentschler. Emerson is the daughter of Thomas and Janelle Rentschler. She is the senior class president, NHS president, and is involved in FCCLA, cross country, and cheerleading. Emerson will attend Drake University to participate in cheerleading and study biochemistry. Abby Knobloch. Abby is the daughter of Dustin and Michelle Knobloch. She is the FFA president, the NHS secretary, and involved in concert choir, chamber choir, and Skills USA. Abby plans to attend Kansas State Online to study dietetics. Cody Snyders. Cody is the son of Laura and Ryan Snyders. He's involved in football, golf, band, and NHS. He will be pursuing psychology as a major while also participating on the golf team at NCC next year. Leah Blauette. Leah is the daughter of Jesse and Katie Blauette. She is the NHS vice president and involved in volleyball, track, and softball. Leah will be attending the University of South Dakota next year. And lastly is Marae Gerber. Marae is the daughter of Monty and Carla Gerber. She's involved in FFA, NHS, and chamber and concert choir. Marae plans to continue working after high school. Together, these 5 students have set a standard of excellence and embodied the promise of a bright future. It's with great pride that we welcome them to the stage to share their reflections, gratitude, and hopes for the road ahead. Let's give a warm round of applause for your graduating students.
On behalf of the 2026 graduating class, we want to say thank you to everyone who is here supporting us, not just today, but the countless years we've spent here. We know it was not easy, but appreciate your willingness to encourage us through everything, even when we needed a little extra help to get going and staying on track. Throughout our years at school, we have shared many difficulties, but also learned to keep going even when it may be tough. Now that we stand here and aren't watching from the sidelines, we want to give those who will one day be in our spots a few lessons we all learned. The first is doing everything in kindness. The second lesson we learned is respect. This leads to our third lesson: hard work pays off. The final lesson is to find your passion and follow it. Our class is a great example of accomplishing these 3 lessons. From our excellence in CTE organizations to winning countless championships, our grade excels at what they strive for. The class of 2026 knows that in order to succeed, working for what you want will pay off. By teaching us these lessons, West Lyon has gotten us started on reaching our potential as we begin our next adventure.
One of the first lessons most of us learn as kids is kindness. Whether it's sharing with others or saying nice things to people, the Nanya Squad had to learn this lesson. They were an exclusive group on the playground that refused to let others play with them. This would land them in Mrs. Tweed's office quite often. On the other hand, some of us were a little too kind with our peaches in 4th grade. We had some form of peaches on what seemed like almost every day that year. And so Mrs. Bonson's class, in all their generosity, decided to give one person with an obnoxious amount of peaches on their tray. They would proceed to cover up the evidence with napkins, so the staff on Wall Street wouldn't see. Though everyone must learn this lesson continually, we did have moments where we showed how we could come together. Kicking off our school year with a senior sunset brought several of us seniors together and excited for the new year. The girls also enjoyed a brunch together at Versailles on senior skip day, even though one of the girls was assassinated by water gun. The event offered us a chance to get to know each other better and be kind toward one another. Whether it is through special events like those, or through small things like sharing, including others, and choosing words that build people up. We must all remember that kindness is not just something we learn as kids, but something we must choose again and again. We aren't always going to get it right, but we can keep choosing to try our best and to be kind. I challenge you all to ask yourself how you can help someone today. How can you make an impact on someone else's life? Seniors, I hope we all can take this with us in the future and make a difference in the world. As this song from Tim McGraw says, always stay humble and kind.
It's truly hard to develop and learn respect. Developing your own perspective on the world and organizations you are a part of is quite a difficult task. There's only one way to do that, and that is to make mistakes. One of the most major scandals was the infamous geometry test. In this test, countless students got caught exchanging answers that did not apply to the teacher. Zeros were given and people were upset. But that begs the question, why were they upset? Everyone who did it knew they were in the wrong while it occurred. In my mind, this is all part of the process. It is hard to always be respectful all the time in life. It demands abundant amount of accountability, listening, and reliability. It's doing the hard method, even though there's a shortcut, you know that reaches levels of trust. Respect is earned, not given. I think that is what goes through some of our heads once we become smart enough to understand. We realize that elementary rules always get followed without thinking twice about it. For example, always putting the windows up on the bus in bad weather, or sprinting back to the school when the time for recess has expired. These felt mundane and routine for us since our pea-sized brains didn't develop until high school. With that development, questions start getting asked. Behavior is less controlled, and as a result, we start making more disrespectful decisions that cause some chaos. But in this chaos, it's very different from one another. People start deciding what their aspirations in life are. Decisions like homework being a priority get questioned. Sports, work, and extracurriculars engulf our time. Life starts taking form. This is a beautiful but also brutal process for teachers to handle. Here's something you should all remember. It is your teacher's first time living. It is your parents' first time living. It is everyone's first and only time on this earth. All the adults in this room have worked hard to get to where they are, so let's remember that. Give everyone the kindness and respect they deserve in return for their lifelong efforts. When we start recognizing others' accomplishments, we begin to appreciate the journey on our own. Maybe you have started really questioning systems like education and where your journey is going. Personally, I've had ideas encompassing my mind like where will I work, or how can I make a difference in a world this big? But we have to remember, it is okay to not know what's going to happen, as long as you respect that others have a place in this world too. Your place in this world is never set in stone. You can do so many different things in a lifetime. You can become a father, mother, CEO, traveler, anything you can possibly imagine. Pursue that dream, make your name remembered, earn that respect. The road is yours for the taking if you're willing to do what it takes to get there.
The third of many lessons we have learned during our 14 years here at Westline is the importance of hard work, because nothing worth having comes easily. Although the coveted Presidential Fitness Award was not an easy achievement, many of us still acted like elementary PE was the Olympic trials. This is where we first learned that input equals output. In school, this lesson became harshly obvious in Mr. Rechler's junior high science classes. We learned that not studying for tests equates to a failing grade and in turn countless down and backs at basketball practice. Thank you, Coach Huckabee, for making us the most in-shape 7th graders that still lost every game. You wouldn't believe that 5 years later they would be playing in the state tournament. Then freshman year began, and we thought we were safe from those seemingly impossible tests. Boy, were we in for a treat with Mrs. Bowman's world history class. Her pop quizzes nearly ruined our GPAs, but the number of laps we walked as punishment might have contributed to the impressive athletes produced in our grade. Speaking of our athletics, they have been nothing short of remarkable. Though we may have been terrible in junior high, we quickly learned that hard work brings success, as many started utilizing the weight room religiously, and the grind never stopped. It was never easy, but we saw how it paid off. To start, the football team had an insane feat of being back-to-back state champions. Even though they were down by 2 touchdowns, every strenuous fall camp and early morning lift paid off, and the champions rose again. Meanwhile, the volleyball and cross-country teams showed resilience and determination year after year, something that we will carry with us forever. The boys basketball team achieved the title of 2025 Class 2A state runner-ups. At the same time, the girls' basketball team is striving for a state tournament appearance and defying the odds became state quarterfinalists this year. With effort and discipline, our senior wrestlers have had incredible success throughout their years. Our seniors alone had 11 state appearances. Ellie placed third this year, and Brian wrestled in the state championship. Our golf teams have been on the threshold of state each year with a few all-conference achievements. Track has also had some pretty admirable seasons with 4 school records broken just this year and multiple events sent to the state meet. The baseball program has had excellent success led by a great bunch of seniors and even made it to state twice in the past 4 years. And finally, the softball team, my personal favorite, has been conference champions 4 years in a row and counting, and also the 2025 state 2A runner-ups for the first time in school history. In total, our class has contributed to 26 state appearances, 2 championships, and 3 runner-ups, none of which came without tireless dedication and persistent hard work. This is something we will take with us as we enter this new chapter, as many of us will go on to be collegiate athletes, the top of our class in college, or just the best versions of ourselves in whatever we choose to pursue. The wisest man I know often says to me, use wisely your power of choice. We now have the power to make our own decisions going forward, to work hard and do great things, or to be satisfied with being average. Either way, it is your choice, but I challenge you to choose that, or make that power of choice wisely.
Lastly, the most relevant lesson for us today is to pursue your passions. Some of us found our passion at younger ages than others, like Emerson, who one day in elementary lunch found a little green bug in her veggies. Most would pitch the bug and the whole tray of food, and still be nervous to eat anything. Not Emerson. She couldn't get herself to even throw the bug in the garbage bin. In junior high, Leah saw her passion in the school parking lot in the form of a cat. And why not? Since she loves cats so much, shoved it into her backpack to bring on the activity bus and then to her house. In high school, some found their passion by taking elective classes, whether that be in the shop, FFA, art, choir, band, or FCS classrooms. The passion we discovered here brought our class to win multiple titles in various competitions. The jazz band was back-to-back state champions. The jazz choir got third place in 2024 in the championships, and the marching band had many first-place wins. In FCCLA, all seniors had projects advanced to nationals this year, and Meg, Alyssa, and Savannah won the National Traffic Safety Grant. FFA won many titles at state, and Skills USA had many national qualifiers. In addition, some students took their skills onto the stage by participating in speech and drama with students like Caitlin Bowman, Chloe B., Nevaeh B., and Savannah B., performing at all state festivals. For some of you, the passions you've developed here will be carried into your future lives or careers. If you're still trying to find your passion, that's okay, because I am too. Remember, though, that you find passion through action, not by waiting around for it to hit you in the face. With that being said, be willing to take risks. As our class motto from Muhammad Ali states, he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
Learning the lessons that kindness cannot be forgotten, respect is earned and should be strived for, that hard work pays off even when it's not easy, and finding your passion is key to success. Allow us to be prepared for our future. Our class has shared countless laughs, smiles, and joy, and though the future may seem scary to some, remember those who did this all with you. You may feel alone, nervous, or maybe even afraid, but know that you will never truly be alone. Look around and notice that you are all doing this together. So take this next step, not out of fear, but excitement. Excitement for what's next. Excitement for what you will accomplish. And excitement for your peers who have been by your side since day one. Because with these lessons, I know we will make a difference together.
Thank you all for speaking today. It's an honor that each one of you has earned. You've represented your class, your school, and your community well throughout your time at West Lyon. Now what we've been waiting for. Before I formally introduce this graduating class, I'd like to share with you a bit of information concerning their future plans. Of the 66 graduates in the class of 2026, 42 plan to go to a four-year college, 8 plan to go to a community college or tech school, 10 are entering the workforce, 5 are undecided, but as Mr. Creed said, we've still got time, and 4 of our graduates have decided to serve our country and have committed to joining the United States Armed Forces. I'd like to ask Edwin Perez, Eliana Coy, Evan Erpenbach, and Maya Egg to please stand to be recognized for their planned service. Mr. Metzger and Mr. Creeman, would you please come forward to hand out the West Lyon High School diplomas? As they come forward, we request that the audience respect the decorum of this commencement ceremony. Please refrain from individual outbursts or applause as the names are called, and join us in a collective celebration once all graduates have received their diplomas. With the first row of graduates, please make your way to the stage. As they make their way to the stage, these students have met the high school graduation requirements set forth by the state of Iowa and the West Lyon School Board. Their dedication and hard work should be recognized by the receiving of a diploma. Ricardo Avila Castellano. Ryan Bonson. Caitlin Belden. Caitlin Barron Scott. Leah Blauette. Tristan Bleak. Isaiah Moore. Emerson Brands. Cooper Carolyn. Jack Carolyn. Braylon Childress. Jared Selesky. Next row, please make your way to the stage. Mara Dorhout. Trace Drakey. Evan Erpenbach. Braden Faber. Haley Fulkins. Maya Garcia. Murray Gerber. Maya Egg. Bailey Palma. Damian Hamilton. Evan Hildering. Alyssa Hugestrat. Next up. Bailey Huber. Sydney Heiser. Tyree Cameron. Tyler Kirkley. Abby Knobloch. Kayla Knobloch. Emery Cook. Alec Cook. Bryce Cook. Eliana Boyd. Maggie Boyd. Meg Lapka. Next up. Gail Lopez. Tanner Lina. Brody Martin. Erica Maindring. Ethan Myers. Carter Metzger. Ellie Metzger. Liam Metzger. Ben Meyer. Jacob Morgan. Next row, please. Avery Mosier. Edwin Perez. Peter Renz. Emerson Rechler. Ashley Roman. Evan Rose. Cooper Schoening. Savannah Smith. Final row, please. Cody Snyders. Julian Snyders. Sierra Tobin. Sam Underberg. Savannah Van Beek. Nevaeh Van Dyke. Chloe Van Essen. Brendan Van Wy. Claire Van Bosch. Graduates, please stand as they make their way back. Graduates, please stand. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the class of 2026. Before we close for the ceremony, I'd like to inform you that the graduates will exit to the football field for a cap toss. The audience is invited to observe and take pictures from the bleachers on the east side. Graduates, please face the crowd. The class of 2026 extends their deepest thanks to their parents. This day would not be possible without their unwavering love, support, and encouragement. Graduates, turn back around. Graduates of class of 2026, congratulations, you've done it.